Without having a goal, how do you know what you're aiming for? Hey guys, how are we doing? It's Martin Cliffe here. Welcome to another brief baby steps towards minimalism video. In this one I wanted to talk about setting goals, not necessarily about minimalism, but how it's kind of directing my journey, I guess. So obviously I've said in other videos that one of the biggest issues I have is the sheer amount of music gear I have. And that all came from setting a goal and then kind of shooting way over the crossbar, if you will. One of my objectives when I started earning decent money in Hong Kong and having plenty of available cash was to get myself into a position where I could resource a whole band. Not from any kind of thing of I want to be able to show that I'm better than anyone else. That was never my goal. My goal was that I didn't want gear to be a stumbling block for the musicians I wanted to work with. So if I want to play with other people, which is one of the most enjoyable things about being a musician, then I wanted to be able to provide equipment for them if they didn't have the resources to provide that equipment themselves. I didn't know where we would be in the world next. We still don't. That's still very much up in the air. But if we move to an area where money is tighter and all that was always at the back of my mind. Whether that's in the UK or Europe or elsewhere in Asia, who knows? But that was always in my mind that I wanted to be able to do that, and I did. I have drums and keyboards and bass and guitar rigs and all that kind of thing. Problem was that I went further than I needed to do, to quite some extent in some cases. So, and this is all part of the clear out. My next video will be more of a practical video on that. So I've been, as part of my minimalism journey, that's really hard to say, I have been setting myself goals or targets. Some things have been simple to work towards, like moving on some of my books or clearing out my wardrobe, which my last video, well, my last published video, there may have been one after that. I can't remember what order these are coming out in, but they were simple goals. A more challenging goal that is a work in progress was to reduce the number of guitars that I have from 30 down to 12. Now I'm part way along that journey. That is a goal that is realistically probably a 12-month goal. This is going to be a slow process. A lot of these things are. One of our other goals that Eva and I have discussed, and it's something that we want to work towards as quickly as possible, but again it's a slightly longer term goal, is to be completely debt free. Now, as it stands at the moment, we have 6 years left on our mortgage for our house back in the UK. We think we can pay that off in 2. So as a result, that's something that we're going to be saving and working towards. Eva has completely cleared her student loan in the last couple of months. So now my student loan, which I've not had to pay off because of the amount I've been earning, but as a result has been building at low rates, but it has been building up interest and it has been increasing. That will be the one outstanding debt that we want to deal with, that I feel deep down personally I want to deal with, and then we can start saving more than we are. We're already saving, but we want to start saving so that then we can invest in other things that will secure us in the future, which is most likely going to be more property, because that brings in rental income and that gives you security, that then gives you the freedom that if you want to have a simple life and take some time away to focus on yourself and what's going inside, you're able to do that because you're not needing to get the same income in every month. So these are our goals, and this is something that we have decided we are working towards long term. as I say, it will be 2 years at least before we can pay off our mortgage. But yeah, this is a goal that we think we can achieve if things stay the same. And obviously we do not know what life will throw at us, but this is a target. Bringing the guitars down to a manageable number. And 12 may sound like a lot of guitars to some people. I'm sure it does, and it's certainly not a minimalist approach to guitars. But 7 electric guitars fulfill the needs that I have for electric guitars. 17 electric guitars, as was, there was excess, there was surplus, and that's all bringing it down. Selling, and obviously it will help with the whole paying off of student loan debt. Now we're not talking American scale of student loan debt, but it's not inconsiderable. It's something that is hanging over that will have to be dealt with at some point. So all these things, trying to reduce, trying to simplify, and then also as a result of that, a nice side effect of that is that it will reduce the cost of then having to move to wherever we go to next, because we're not going to be in Hong Kong forever. So yeah, all this is a process, and I think it was important for anyone moving in any kind of simplification journey, or just realistically looking into the future, to set yourself goals, make them attainable within a realistic time frame. Don't say, if you owe £100,000 on a mortgage, don't say I'm going to pay that off in the next year, because you're probably not going to be able to do that unless you're earning a vast amount of income and you manage to have 0 expenses. We're earning a decent income, we have relatively little expenses. We currently owe about £60,000. I think it's about £58,000 on our mortgage. We think that we can pay that off in the next 2 years, but it's going to take work, and that is something, obviously, the rental income from our property is helping towards that at a reasonable rate, but it is something that we're going to have to work towards. We're going to have to save, we're going to have to maybe not go on quite as many holidays. I'm going to have to not buy gear, but that's fine because I have enough gear. In fact, I have more than enough gear. I have a full band's worth of kit, except perhaps front of house PA, but in this, where I am now, I don't need to buy that now because I'm not playing in that kind of context. Having it now is excess. When I get into a new location and I get a band together that are gigging again, then I will be able to say, okay, now I can justify owning a PA system. I have a rehearsal PA, I just don't have a full front of house, big speaker stacks and all that, because I don't need them. So that's my thoughts for this video. I hope that makes sense. I hope everyone's doing well. Please do pass on, share this video or this channel to people. My subscriber number appears to have stagnated for the moment. I would love for it to grow, because hopefully the things that I'm putting together on this channel will be for the benefit of other people, not just for the benefit of me. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification icon if that's your thing. These videos are going up on Sunday, round about tea time, Hong Kong time, which you guess is mid-morning UK, and sometime in the middle of Saturday night in the US. And I'm going to try and keep to this once a week schedule. So yeah, until next week, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.